This is Bob and this is Adam. They're two broke guys, but brick by brick, they will make a lot of money through their business and inventions. They will even team up with superheroes, recruit famous actors, and make movies that dominate the box office. After becoming super rich, they will even encounter an unexpected war in their city. They have to risk everything to end it. But before they had that power, they don't even have a place to live for now. They just want some friends and a bit of money. Right then, a random guy walks by and drops 2 Lego coins. This might be their chance to start something. Adam builds a hot dog cart, and Bob builds a burger cart, and their street food business begins. The first customer orders a burger. After just one bite, he feels like being surrounded by delicious burgers. In his wildest dreams, he's riding on the back of a 3-headed shark, ready to conquer the world with burgers. It's lunchtime, and Peter Parker decides to try the famous burger, but the line was way too long, so he heads over to Adam's hot dog cart. He takes a bite and feels like floating on an ocean wave of hot dogs. Delicious and mesmerizing. Now that everyone in the neighborhood has their food, Bob and Adam earn money for the first time and they move into an old house. Adam, who cares a lot about lifestyle, starts painting the walls to freshen things up. Bob brings in some tools. He knows woodworking and they are perfect for building new business equipment. From now on, the two friends are ready to expand their food business. Bob upgrades his burger cart with Lego grill parts. A bigger grill means more burgers at once. He also adds donuts to the menu. Using transparent yellow head parts, Adam built lamps to keep the food warm. With the upgrades on their food carts, they start attracting more customers. Soon people's money are lining up, waiting for their food. The food safety officer comes and inspects their carts, and after a careful check, he's happy with everything. He was about to give Adam 3 stars, but then noticed Adam's chair is an illegal build. 1 star off. Bob also gets docked a star for using an illegal building drawer. Adam continues to expand the business and builds a hot dog car. This time, the upgrade is a drone. The drone is heavy duty so it can carry food and deliver directly to the customer. Perfect for those who don't want to deal with stairs. This service brings a ton of money for Adam. As for Bob, he builds a burger truck with detachable burger cart, but he still wants to help those who don't bother coming down from the buildings. So he builds an automatic lift. Just raise it up, let the passengers hop in, and it smoothly brings them down to Bob's food station. To attract more kids, Bob designs a carnival game and brings it to his customers. Anyone who loves burgers can join in. If you make the shot and score a goal, you'll get a free gift. Adam, on the other hand, invents a new way to eat pizza. He loads pizzas into a shooting machine, and customers just stand there with their mouths open, waiting to catch them. The only issue, not very accurate, but who cares? No one says no to free food. Bob and Adam work really hard and their efforts finally pay off. Now they're ready to go beyond food business. There is a vacant lot on the street and Bob decides to develop it into a commercial complex. The first floor is a convenience store and there is an elevator to the second floor. Bob builds the second floor into a sushi bar. Once you enter the restaurant, you can see a conveyor belt delivering sushi to your friends. Bob loves food and machines, so he designed this mechanism on his own. On the third floor, there is a rooftop bar with a fancy outdoor pool, a perfect spot to chill out with friends. Bob makes more money this time, and so do his employees. Adam has his own plan too. He loves fancy cars, especially this one with Lego balls for wheels. He decides to run an automatic car wash so that every car in Lego City can stay clean and shiny. He also invests in EV charging stations. Since electric cars are new, he doesn't have much competition. At last, for traditional cars, he definitely needs to build some gas stations. Gradually, Adam gets richer and owns more cars. His collection keeps growing. No one knows how many cars he owns. He even learns to drive F1 cars and joins professional races. In Lego City, sorting parts is a tedious job, so Bob invents a machine that sorts them by color automatically. Just turn the knob and the machine does the work for you. Bob figures he could make more money by opening a factory, so he invents another machine that collects these useless parts and turns them into useful equipment, like turning random pieces into a brand new jetpack. With this technology, worthless parts turn into super cool and super expensive products. So Bob gives this one to James Bond to test it out, and it turns out to be surprisingly useful. Even for bones and a frog piece get transformed into a cute skeleton dog. Now the skeleton dude finally has a pet that doesn't bite its owner's ankle. In return, Bob is rewarded with a gem the skeleton had hidden for years. Now Bob is ready to expand his factory. He buys a full set of production lines, and the factory can now build robots and mechs. They can repair Mickey's mech and even upgrade Gundam. Bob then develops a magnified robot of his own appearance. With his advanced robot tech, he successfully teams up with Tony Stark. From real estate to robot factories, Bob's fortune explodes. He is now insanely rich. He owns a mansion with a full team to manage his life. There is a gardener, a luxurious bedroom, and a butler for every request. He bathes in a pool of money and even sits on the throne made of cash. But he keeps one coin to remind him of his humble beginnings. Adam plays a different game. He builds a movie factory. He loves working with a team to write cool stories and turn them into blockbuster films. So he recruits a famous director, buys a full set of gear, and hires top-notch visual and sound effects crews. With everything ready, Adam is set to shoot his first movie. He needs great actors, and here come Anakin and Obi-Wan. But to pull off the stunts, he asks Bob to build a machine that can handle the action scenes. Bob's machine is very efficient. At the same time, the team builds intricate props and recreates the battle scene. Ignite the lightsabers, and the movie is ready to roll. With Bob's machine, the action scene turns out amazing. This movie is definitely going to crush the box office. Adam moves on to the next movie. They build a bookshelf and a wardrobe full of suits for the set. Guess what's the movie? It's the famous John Wick series. Everything is ready, and John Wick is about to reveal his secret. Instead of a normal wardrobe, it's actually a hidden weapon stash, with a secret mechanism built behind the wall. There's even more hidden beneath the floor, the secret gold coins. Adam's feeling great. John Wick was a box office hit. This time, he invites Bruce Wayne to make a new movie, The Batman. It features Bruce transforming into Batman while sliding down into the Batcave. Let's see what happens next. This is Batman, always prepared for anything. In the next movie, Adam invites Bob to make a cameo because Bob is a fan of Mission Impossible. He's in charge of holding the rope for Ethan Hunt. In this movie, Ethan drops down and successfully copies the document. Adam gets ready to make the ultimate Avengers movie. In a big action scene, every hero shows off their skills, but one key prop is missing, Thanos' gauntlet. Adam doesn't trust Thanos, so he uses the gauntlet to build a money printing machine instead, and that makes him even richer. At this point, Adam and Bob's lives seem perfect. They've got nearly unlimited money and superheroes as their friends. But the villains don't agree. They don't care about money. They want to watch the world on fire. So they infiltrate Bob's robot factory and hijack the machines to build their own army. Darth Vader builds an AT-AT while Voldemort casts the Imperial Curse on the giant Bob robot, taking control of its mind. Totally shocked, Bob and Adam realize their city is in danger overnight. Giant robots are destroying everything in sight, and people have no choice but to run for their lives. The giant spider moves in all directions, while the Bob robot slams the ground, causing earthquakes and crushing everyone in its path. The AT-AT roams through the city, firing laser beams at anything in sight. If no one steps up soon, these giants will tear the whole city down in a day. Bob and Adam assembles their friends, and they decide to fight back. To defeat giants, Adam brings a facehugger from his movie factory, and Harry Potter casts the magnifying spell on it. The giant facehugger flies onto the Bob robot's face, and it immediately stumbles. But Voldemort is outraged. He comes to Adam and Bob, and when he is about to cast the spell, a shadow swoops by, and his wand is replaced with a hot dog.
Now turn into a joke.
On another battleground, Spider-Man's taking on the AT-AT. He manages to tie up the AT-AT's leg with his webs. James Bond brings in a dynamite and plants it directly to AT-AT's head. AT-AT blows up thanks to their teamwork. Another AT-ST is cut in half by Obi-Wan. Hello there. However, Darth Vader comes to his old master.
This time, I have the high ground.
But he doesn't know there are tricks on the slide. Once again, don't try it. Once again, Darth Vader is reset to factory settings. The last giant left is the spider. Doctor Strange casts a spell and splits into 5 copies of himself. Together, they trap the spider and pin it to the ground. Then Iron Man arrives in a Veronica mech, and with only one punch, the spider robot is finished. With all other villains defeated, Thanos is furious, but without the gauntlet, he is powerless. This time, Iron Man simply snaps Veronica's fingers, and just like that, Thanos is gone. Everything goes back to normal after the battle. To show their apologies, Bob and Adam give out free popsicles using a flip walking machine. But even after that, there is still a lot of work ahead to rebuild the city.